Welcome to the GCC Podcast presented by Gateway. Today we are thrilled to host Pancham Taneja, a dynamic leader with over 25 years of diverse experience across banking, consulting, airlines, and technology. Currently, the country head at Delta Capita. Delta Capita is a global consulting, managed services, and technology firm focused on financial services. Pancham has previously held pivotal roles at Goldman Sachs, British Airways, and KLM Northwest Airlines. His career is a testament to cross industry leadership, having led large global teams, firm wide transformation programs, and initiatives in operational risk, client lifecycle management, and fintech innovation. That's a whole lot, Pancham. Known for his entrepreneurial mindset, Pancham is passionate about building scalable models, driving value through strategic thinking, and mentoring future leaders. How does it feel to be here on the podcast today, Pancham?
Thank you, Sujeta, for first of all having me on the podcast, and thank you for the very resilient introduction about me. It feels really great to be on the podcast. So again, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You've had a journey of resilience, reinvention, redefining, and it means you've led different in your different roles. You've been part of different industries as well. So we hope to capture some of that experience through insights you share today. We've got three questions planned for you.
Sure.
I'll get started with something more specific to the industry. So
Mhm.
your career spans finance, aviation, consulting. Each one of these have their own complexity and scale, right? So, how do you view the evolution of India's GCC in adapting to multi industry talent and capabilities, especially within the financial services and technology consulting to speak of?
Sure. Like you mentioned, finance, aviation, and consulting. I actually have given myself a very nice acronym of ABC. I have worked in
Oh,
aviation
wow.
airlines, then I went into banking. I'm now into consulting. So I try and use this ABC acronym quite a few times, and it resonates because it's just ABC. To
Yes.
the question in terms of multi-industry talent, I think it is pivotal and it is required. The more complexity you gain from working in any industry can be easily sort of what we call as cross-cutting skills or soft skills, easily used in different industries. Having worked for 12 years in aviation, I was used to certain standard of work. I was doing operational work for an airline. I had worked at the airport. I had worked at the city office. So I'd seen both aspects of it. I had seen complexity in terms of managing airport operations. I'd seen complexity in managing behind the scenes, books and accounts, etc. But when I
Sure.
went into banking, I was able to bring it all together and approach it in a different way. So I think the utility of multi-industry talent is and important to grow any business, not just the GCC business in India. To give you an example, when I started Delta Capita in India 4 years ago, all those experiential learnings I had through British Airways, opening up a subsidiary for them in 2006, came in handy because I was opening up a subsidiary for a company which is based out of UK in India. So all those muscle memory kind of things started coming back, and I was able to implement all the knowledge I'd gained over there in terms of setting up a company in India. Secondly, as Delta Capita, we pride ourselves on being practitioners. So having worked in Goldman, it allowed me to be a practitioner of things I've done in the bank for the last 10 years. So the culmination of my experience of British Airways, having worked, having set up something for them, having worked in Goldman, and having done something in terms of back office operations in a bank, was a nice sort of melting pot of things to which helped me scale this organization up from zero to little over 200 plus in the last 4 years. So I am a big proponent and advocate of people who come from different industries and want to try their hand in different spheres. The growth should always not be linear. You should actually be horizontal. This is a great way to create a career which is horizontal in nature.
No, I love the way you spoke about, giving it the ABC format and the way you weaved in all the experience, how it's just come together into what you hold in your current position. That's an extremely great, diverse experience coming together, and I'm sure the organization and your teams, the members in your team, are absolutely benefiting from that.
Thank you.
So thank you for sharing that. More diving a little more on that. You built global teams from ground up and led operations in some of the world's most respected firms, and we've named a few. In your earlier question as well. So, what are your core principles when it comes to scaling high performance teams and driving operational excellence, especially across functions like risk, finance, client management, all of that?
My core philosophy has always been centered around people. Talent helps you navigate challenges. Without talent and without good people, I don't think you can set up great processes and great companies. It was formed around three key things: people, processes, and innovation. You get in good people, you train them well, you take care of them, and in turn, they will take care of your processes. They'll take care of your business. Once these two things are rolling in conjunction, the process of innovation is bound to follow, because you give them freedom to express themselves. They will start innovating, they will start bringing in new ideas. So you let your people prosper, and you will see the prosperity that comes in. They will pay you back in terms of handling your businesses and processes well, and also trying to bring in the quotient of innovation that every company needs at certain point of time. So I've always lived by the PPI principle, and till date I follow that wholeheartedly.
Thank you, Pancham. I think this gives us a flavor of your leadership style as well. So, thanks for sharing that. Moving on to something that covers more on the future trends with the emerging tech like AI, RPA, data analytics that's reshaping the way firms operate. What shifts do you foresee in the operating models of GCCs over the next few years, and how should leaders really prepare to stay ahead of this curve?
See, the change is already happening. GCCs are about 25, 30 years old in India. Change from just being purely cost centers or cost arbitrage, units, to now scaling and doing much more than just providing cost efficiency to the broader organization. We are now positioned for strategic roles. We are driving business out of the India centers. So I think change is already happening. But the advent of new technology, I think what is going to happen is the lower level roles, which do not require the kind of talent we hire, which can be automated, will see a lot of change and churn. You'll have people who will be brought in just to do value added work, not doing rudimentary work on Excel or PowerPoints or Word documents. They'll be doing much more than that. AI is going to open up another sort of line of talent hiring. People will be pivoting towards learning what to do with AI and how to structure models with AI, rather than looking at traditional roles. So it's going to change. AI is one thing, blockchain is another thing, and something new keeps coming up. So my outlook to the future is hyper automation, where we bring technologies like AI, blockchain, even a latent source like RPA. We knit it all together and create efficiency in our organizations, and those efficiencies and those innovations, I think, will be driven by people in India very soon. And if it's happening in some sectors, it's happening in some sections, but I think you'll see more and more of it being driven out of India. So we'll have more strategic roles, we'll have more value
Yes.
added roles, which are creating more impact. Cost will always be underplayed. Cost will always be the underpinning factor of bringing business to India. But along with the
Mhm.
cost, you're going to get a real bang for the buck in terms of people leading strategic roles and innovative roles out of India.
And like you said, the change is happening as we speak. And even during our client interactions, we are sensing that shift, that the standard, the functional stuff that was happening at the back end is being, really reduced in terms of a requirement. And all our clients are also talking about how do we get more innovative workforce, to team up with
Mm.
for the great work most GCCs are doing here in India. So thank you for sharing that, Pancham. Now I'm moving to the more interesting round, which is to help us know you more as a person. Like, it requires a very quick response from your end, and I'll just get started. There are three questions here as well. So if you could instantly master any skill, which one would that be? Any talent you wish you had?
Well, I used to always think that reading somebody's mind could be
Oh
a
my God.
talent I would want to have.
Dangerous.
Yeah. But I'm not sure as I've grown older that I really want to do that. But yeah, that instantly came to my mind that I used to think I should know what the other person is thinking about me. Or
Thinking, yes.
thinking
It's
I
Yeah,
probably,
it's dangerous, but it's an interesting one, and I'm sure it crosses everyone's mind to
yeah,
know what is going on in the other one's head. So
yeah.
great, thanks for sharing that. What's that one goal you're currently working towards? It could be a personal or a professional milestone that you hope to achieve soon.
Personal goal has been to live healthier, adopt a
Okay,
active, healthy lifestyle. So I've changed a lot from the last 5 7 years in terms of my lifestyle. Managing my work schedule, spending time with family, spending time with kids. So all those
great.
things. From a professional perspective, aim is to grow Delta Capita in India. Like I said, we're a small organization currently. We're growing on the upward curve, and we don't want to be seen as a capability center. We want to be seen as a profit center, and eventually
Okay.
we are going to start selling the proposition of Delta Capita in India itself. So hopefully in the next 1 year or so, we'll see that change coming through for Delta Capita, and that's my professional goal.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. My last one is, any one book or one person that has left a lasting impact in your mind.
Book. I'm not a very big reader. You can see a book in my background, which I
Okay.
got as a gift from somewhere. So I
Oh,
probably
yes.
do that. Impact. There are so many people, who I come across. So it's very hard to put down from an impact perspective.
Okay.
It's very difficult to actually pin down one person or personality to say who's made an impact on me, but there are plenty.
We'll leave this. I don't want to put you on
Yeah,
the spot.
that's
I'll
it.
ask you. I'll ask you my last question as so are you a morning person or a night owl?
A morning person, absolutely a morning person. My day starts at
Okay.
6 in the morning with the kids, get them out of the house in terms of getting them onto the bus, onto the gym, back and get
Oh,
my day
lovely.
started for work. So
Exactly.
I'm in bed by 9:45, 10 in the evening. So it's very
Okay.
difficult to get me out of the out of the house for a late night. So again, this is part
Okay.
of my transformation journey that I've become a morning person than a night owl.
Okay. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much for sharing this. Been great talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.